Hello everyone, I'm Noya Kichi. If you want to know more about Russia and you understand my English, please welcome to my channel. And today I'm a teacher of Russian language and I want to present you certain words that we use a lot during last couple of months together with Ukrainian people. Language is a mirror of society, so welcome to the world of Russian-Ukrainian relations.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you heard already this word Hohol, you know that means Ukrainian, and I explain you what that means exactly. How Russian call Ukrainians. Ukrainians shouldn't call themselves Hohol, because Hohol is a Russian word. That means this part of hairs, yes? Mostly we use it for animals and birds, but we use minuscule word of hoholog. So birds, they have hoholog. And the big one for people, it's hohol. It's a Russian word because Belarusian and Ukrainian use word chub for that. Why we call like that? Because of zaporozchsky kazak. Ukraine is divided on three parts. Central parts, it's Hohol, because in the ancient times, this type of kazak, zaporozchsky kazak, they had this special haircut with Hohol. What means the word kazak? That is ethnically military community. There were different Kazakhs, zaporozhsky Kazakhs, Don Kazakhs, Tatar Kazakh, different types of Kazakh. Central part of Kazakh, zaporozhsky Kazakh, mostly the people, they didn't have any wives, they did criminal fights, they didn't have agriculture, villages, etc. They were white people. I investigated a lot of pics of Kazakh paintings, etc., and I found only one painting with a woman, and as we see, it's not Russian women, looks like it's Turkish slaves, Turkish prisoners, and I'm pity for these women for their future. Another part of Ukraine, it's Don Kazakh. For now, it's a territory of Donbass, and as you see, it's absolutely another type of Kazakhs. They had their wives, they had agriculture, their kolkhoz, and they had villages. And western part of Ukraine, so-called zapadenets or westoids, and these words, it sound like Ukrainian word, because Russian would say zapadenets. We don't use this this strong and ethnically, it's not Slavic people, it's Celts, yes, Anglo-Saxons, so looks like they want to come back to their homeland. And they have the big part of Semites blood too, because at Tsar time, mostly Jewish people lived there. For women, you know, we use the word hohlushka, and please don't mix it with koklushka. Please pronounce it correctly, because koklushka is another stuff to produce fabric. Above that, for Ukrainian, we use the word Ukrop. It just sounds like Ukrainian, but in fact that means dill or fennel. What Ukrainian use for Russians, there are some old words like Moskal, Moskolyaka, and you see this lyaka, Ukrainian like to finish the words and names like that. Podolyaka, for example, one of advisors of Zelensky. So lyaka, it sounds enough Ukrainian. Sometimes in Russia we use this finishing too, but like that we want to present that it's more countryside type of word. After that old word, Katsap. This is an old word too, looks like Ukrainian. Use this word for Russian people because Ukrainians, they had the mustache like that, and Ukrainians, they had small barb that looks like the god. Tsap, that mean, in Ukrainian, that means the god, so Katsap, it's the one who looks like a god. So words Katsap and Hohol, it's about appearance of Russian and Ukrainian. In present life, Ukrainian use the word rashist because it sounds like Nazist. You can use the word rashist in your language, like that you will emphasize how Russian are disgusting Nazi. Now Ukrainian actively use the word ork describing Russian, and they call Russia orkostan. And they have rights for that because let's explain you who is the orks. For you, orks, it's from magic universe, that fantasy universe. It's fighters, yes, rude fighters with huge muscles and no brain. But this is very primitive explanation. It's not fit to such an educated people like you and me, because the word ork has new, very cool and intelligent meaning. Let's explain you what is that. Do you know this author, Victor Pelevin? That is my favorite author. He is one of only 3 authors who are published in Great Britain. As I understood, it's very difficult to be published in Great Britain. In this list, Akunin, it's a favorite author of Putin. I don't like his book because it's the historical detectives. I don't like about past. I like about future. And 2 another authors, I know them. Solov'ev, it's not the one from TV. It's absolutely another person, the author, and he does very specific books. It's a humor and philosophy and something incredible. Not for everyone. I describe you a couple of episodes from Solov'ev. One of men was in love with a woman, and the woman didn't accept him, so he fixed her in his backyard, cut part of her head, the scalp, opened the brain, and he did penetration to her brain. I think it's about love, real love of men. And second episode, it's about Oprichnik. Oprichnik is the old Russian word from Tsar time. So in that book, it's mixed, like future and past. So Oprichnik, it's advisor, security, and fixer of Tsar, friend of Tsar. So this Oprichnik, he lived his life, met with different girls, and was very cool. He was kind of noble, and in the evening, regularly together with another Oprichniks, they did kind of a brotherhood party. They took some drugs, and they did kind of train of friendship. So they did kind of train the spoons together, long chain, and they did penetration one to another. So like that, they did this train of brotherhood. And about Pelevin, he has this book that called S.N.U.F.F. Please read it. It's translated on English. That is one of my favorite books. I like that a lot. It describes a lot about our present society. I'm sure that in future it will be exactly how it's presented in that world. In that book, it's kind of future, and there are 2 different planets. Our natural, the Earth, as we know, and second, it's artificial big beats. They have technologies, they advance it, they have political technologies, different technologies. People who live on Earth, they are orks, or Pelevin play with this word Urkaina, Ukraina, he play with this. And I have to explain you what it means Urkaina, because in Russian language there is a word Urka that means the criminal. It's exactly the people who choose criminal code, who live as the thefts, they follow the criminal code, they have their own law, etc. And these people who spend a lot of time in prison, they have these criminal hierarchies, etc. And for sure, it's so linked to our Slavic world, because as you understand, Russia is a criminal country and our government is thefts. And of course, they did their money with different frauds and manipulations and different crimes. Of course, our oligarchs, it's like that, please. And we can call Russia Orkostan. Because now for Ukraine we use word hohlustan. For me it sounds very funny. I laugh a lot. It's my favorite word now. And Russia, it's orkostan, or how Pelevin say that advanced orks, they prefer to pronounce it more on English type, not Urkostan but Orkostan or Orkland. Regularly they arrange the war. Slowly we understand that big bees manage Urkostan, and all chiefs of Urkostan, in fact, it's slaves of his masters from big bees. There are so-called anchors or bloggers. I don't know, he used the word discourse monger. Please, guys, this book is something incredible. I highly recommend you that. And in that book, what I like in that book, it's this dispute, where is the freedom? Is there freedom on the earth, where these rude people, they live in difficult conditions with the primitive technologies, etc., but they have green grass, forest, sky, natural sun, etc., or these people who live on big bees where everything is fake, when instead of window you have monitor, when you go to the park, you walk, yes, you see the beautiful trees, etc., but it's digital and you just walk by travelator, like in airport. Next word that I want to discuss with you, the word Fuflo. I investigated about this word and I thought, oh, what is a strange word, because it sounds enough Ukrainian because it's finished on lo, and there is a form like fufil or fufil. It sounds more Russian, and I investigated what the basis of this word. I thought maybe we take it from another language, maybe from French. They like all this fuf, yeah, but no, it's just regular Russian word, and that means fake or cheating or lying. That is my favorite word now, because you know that I investigate all these fakes from Ukrainian part. I don't investigate fakes from Russian part because I don't follow to Russian news. That's why I don't know them. And what I understood recently, people do understand that Western media, they accept Fuflo. Did you know that there is this prime for pigs, you know, for photographers who are on different war, etc. And they're not shy to give this prize for staged pictures. And there was an interview with a guy from Georgia, yes, who did pics from Georgia, and now he works in Ukraine. So he pronounced that he did staged pics, and he get an award for this picture, and they are fake. Looks like for Western society there is no such an understanding as Fuflo or fake. Recently I discussed with my friend from France. I present him this picture. I blurred a bit and I asked him, please explain me why I don't understand this picture. Where is a truck of bicycle and why this man turn it in direction to explosion? I'm not military person. As you see, I'm regular woman, but I understand it's my logic that it couldn't happen like that. You know what this European journalist, what he answered to me? He say, doesn't matter that this picture it's fake. Anyway, people in Ukraine is suffering. Do you understand that with these small details of cheating, in conclusion, we have whole wrong picture? And after that, all these countries participate to this war, and in conclusion, people are fighting all over the world, and that begin with a fake, but doesn't matter. I'm sure that after that, they will say, it's okay, all wars, usually they began with a fakes, normal life. This word Fuflo we use for cheating, for fakes, or sometimes we say like that about miserable people. I can say you are Fuflo, that means that you are nothing, miserable person. So where we can meet Fuflo? We can meet Fuflo in Zomboyaschik or zombie box. Like that we call TV, but in present world, like that we call personal computer too. Yes, we see Fuflo in zombie boxes or Zomboyaschik. Last word, it's my gift for you. It's one of my favorite words, oylol. That is a mix of Russian oy, it's kind of ouch, and English lol, oylol. So it's kind of ouch, lol. Usually we pronounce it with this emotion. Look, oylol, oylol. I hope you understand what is the emotion. It's like, oh my god, that is incredible, that is funny and shame, and I can't believe in that. Now I'm on north of Russia, and despite on cold weather outside, you can ask me why I'm in such a small top at home. Because we have central heating, yes, and like that you can answer me, oi lol. I hope this video was interesting for you. Please thumbs up, leave some comments and subscribe on my channel.